By the time the triplets Halima, Salma, and Zara turned 22, they were so beautiful that people often stopped to stare. Men even forgot how to breathe when they saw them. They were tall and graceful. Their green eyes shone brightly in the sunlight. The way they walked was smooth like the wind, and their voices flowed like gentle rivers. But the triplets had a secret, a rule that followed them from childhood into womanhood. They never ate palm oil, not yam with oil, not soup with red oil floating on top. Nothing red. It was their law, their hidden rule. Most people never noticed this secret until the triplets reached the age of marriage. Halima was the first to fall in love. His name was Tiga. He was a calm and gentle man from the city, handsome, neat, and hard-working. He worked at the state ministry. Their love was soft and peaceful. When he held her hand, she smiled shyly. When she looked at him, his heart beat fast. When Tiga asked to marry her, the whole town celebrated. Drums beat loudly. Women danced with joy. Children clapped their hands in excitement. One quiet afternoon, as they sat together planning their wedding, Halima spoke softly. I have one condition, she said gently. I don't eat anything made with palm oil. Ever. Tiga laughed. Are you scared of cholesterol? He joked. She shook her head slowly. Her face was serious. No, it is spiritual. If I eat it, something bad'll happen. His laughter faded. You mean you won't eat my mother's soup? Her bitter leaf? Her oha? She nodded. Silence filled the air between them. So you want me to tell my people that my wife refuses palm oil? He asked in anger. They will laugh at me. They will say you are proud. Halima stayed calm, but her heart was breaking. I am only protecting myself. Tiga, please try to understand. That evening their quiet love turned into loud shouting. Tiga paced the room in anger. This marriage cannot work if you shame me before my family. She begged him. She cried, but his heart had already changed. 1 week later he called everything off. He did not tell anyone the real reason. He only said, it will not work. The drums stopped, the women stopped dancing. Whispers filled the town. Halima locked herself inside her room. She cried for 3 full days. Her tears soaked her pillow like heavy rain. Outside, people wondered what went wrong. But inside, Halima knew. She had kept the law of no palm oil. And then it was Salma's turn. Salma met Ifani at nice camp. He noticed her first, the way her green eyes shone under the hot sun, and the quiet way she smiled without saying much. He loved to joke and laugh, and he laughed at everything. And Salma, who was usually calm and shy, found herself laughing too. One evening near the parade ground, he looked at her and said, You are different. Your eyes look like they carry many stories. Salma smiled softly and looked down. Maybe too many, she said. Before long he could not let her go. He asked for her hand in marriage, and she agreed. Their wedding was small and peaceful. There were no loud drums or big crowds, but their love was real. For 1 year, their home was filled with laughter and peace. Salma truly believed she had found her forever. Then the day came for her to visit Ifani's village. The house was full of people. Women were cooking. Children ran around with joy. Men laughed and shook hands. They were excited to welcome the new wife with food. On the wooden table sat a big bowl of oha soup. It was thick and rich. The red palm oil shone on top like fire under the sun. The sweet smell filled the room. Eat, my daughter, one woman said kindly, pushing the bowl closer to Salma. Salma froze. Her fingers tightened around her wrapper. She leaned close to Ifani and whispered, I told you palm oil is dangerous for me. Ifani bent closer and whispered back, Just a little. Please, don't make this a problem. She shook her head slowly. No, not even a little. His smile faded. He looked around at his people. Don't embarrass me, he whispered harshly. Salma stood up. Her chair scraped loudly on the floor. The entire room went silent. Without a word, she turned and walked away. The soup remained untouched. That night, anger filled their home. I married you, not your rules, Ifani shouted. Salma stood by the door, tears on her face, but her voice steady. I love you, but I will not risk my life to please anyone. Silence followed. In the months that came, their home grew cold. Kind words turned sharp. Smiles disappeared. That love slowly faded. 1 year later, they divorced quietly. No shouting. No fighting. Just the sad end of a love that could not carry the weight of one taboo. But the big question remained. Why was palm oil dangerous? What would really happen if they ate it? To understand the truth, we must return to the beginning. On the day the triplets were born, rain fell without stopping. The roof of the small clinic in Amuagu leaked badly. Lanterns flickered in the dark. Nurses rushed around in fear. Inside the labor room, Binta screamed in pain. She grabbed the nurse's hand tightly. Please, she cried, no palm oil. Promise me you will never give them palm oil. The older nurse frowned. Palm oil during delivery? This woman is confused. The younger nurse hesitated. Binta's voice dropped low, but strong. If you give them palm oil, you will kill them. Swear to me. At that moment, thunder crashed outside. The younger nurse whispered, I swear. Then the first baby came into the world, crying strong. Then the second, crying even louder. Then the third. 3 baby girls. When the nurses cleaned them, one suddenly gasped. Look at their eyes. Their eyes were green, bright green. Did you marry a foreigner? One nurse asked. Binta whispered weakly. No, they are not from any land, you know. Weeks later, the triplets were seen in town for the first time. People stopped what they were doing just to stare. Traders forgot their prices. Children dropped their toys. Their eyes were always the same green, bright and shining. And one thing became clearly known. They never touched palm oil. People began to whisper, maybe they are spirits. No, maybe their father is not human. Others simply watched in fear and wonder. But Binta never explained anything. Before the triplets were born, Binta was once a happy wife. She married Uchi, a young teacher who loved books and quiet days. Their home was full of laughter and hope. But year after year, no child came. 2 years passed, 3 years passed, 6 years passed. People began to mock Binta. One day, Uchi's family told him to marry another woman. Soon, that woman became pregnant. Binta packed her things and left in silence. She went to her aunt, a retired midwife who knew many secrets. That same night, her aunt told her about a deep forest where spirits still listened to human prayers. Binta agreed to go. Inside a small hut in that forest, a herbalist looked at her and said, You will carry 3 girls. They will not be fully human. Never allow palm oil to touch their lips. If you do, they will return. 2 months later, Binta became pregnant. And so the triplets were born. Hale Lima, Sem Lma. Zara. From that very day, Binta never cooked with palm oil. Her soups were pale, but she did not care. Neighbors laughed at her, but she stayed silent. As the girls grew older, they began to ask questions. Mama, why don't we eat palm oil? Hale Lima asked. Yes, Mama, Sama added. Children laugh at us in school. Zara only watched quietly. Binta only said, Because I said so, and they obeyed. But when they became women, that rule became heavy. Hale Lima lost her marriage. Sama lost her home. Now only Zara remained untouched by heartbreak. Zara watched everything in silence. She saw her sisters cry at night. She saw their pain. Deep inside her heart, she wished for freedom. She wanted a normal life. No secrets. No fear. In Lagos, she met Chuka, a smart and kind young man. He loved her gentle ways and her bright eyes. For the first time, Zara felt truly seen. But she did not tell him about the palm oil. The day came when Chuka took her to meet his family. Food filled the table, laughter filled the house. At the center of the table was a big bowl of palm oil sauce. Red, rich, hot, you must taste it, his aunt said kindly. Everyone watched. Zara hesitated. Then slowly, she dipped her meat into the oil. She ate it. At first nothing happened. Zara sat quietly, chewing slowly. Her heart beat fast inside her chest. Everyone around the table smiled and continued eating. Then suddenly sharp pain shot through her stomach. She grabbed the edge of the table. Her face turned pale. Her body began to shake. "Zara?" Chuka asked in fear. The pain grew worse. It twisted inside her like fire. Then something even stranger happened. Her bright green eyes began to fade. Slowly, the green color washed away. Brown began to replace it. One of the women screamed, "Ah!" Her eyes are changing. Panic filled the room. Chairs fell back. Children cried. People shouted. Zara gasped for breath. Her legs gave way. She collapsed into Chuka's arms. "Zara, please stay with me," Chuka cried. Her chest lifted once, twice. Then it stopped. Zara was gone. At the same time, far away in Omoagu, Halelima was washing her face when she noticed something strange. The green in her eyes had become dull. Salma suddenly cried out from the next room, "My eyes, they are changing." They ran to their mother in fear. Binta was already on the floor crying. Her wrapper had fallen loose. Tears streamed down her face. "Mama, what is happening?" Halelima asked in fear. Binta covered her face with her hands. "One has returned," she whispered, "so the others can be free." The sisters fell to the ground in shock. Zara was buried quietly. No crowd, no loud crying, only family standing in silence as the earth covered her coffin. As the soil fell, Binta dropped a small green bead onto the coffin and whispered, "You have returned what was borrowed." From that day on, Halelima and Salma's eyes became completely brown. The strange gift was gone, but the pain remained. Every year on the same day Zara died, the two sisters closed their doors. They sat in silence inside their home. 3 green candles stood in the middle of the room. One for Halelima. One for Salma. One for Zara. They watched the flames quietly and remembered their sister. And finally, they understood the truth their mother had always carried. Every gift from the spirit comes with a hidden price. If you break the rule, the debt will be collected. No matter the beauty. No matter the love. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe to Moonlight Folktales, where you'll get more African folktale stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.